Greetings and welcome to Bruce's Eclectic World. This is part 2 of a 2-part video series. I guess you could call it that. This part is featuring EznixOS XFCE desktop install. Pretty much all I'm going to do, just the install. May do something later, don't know. I just want to get through this video first because the last one was a peach. Anyway, I'm going to try not to say "and" a lot. Also, I'm going to try not to repeat myself too many times, which I do tend to do. So, had a request from said person named Eznix. He wanted to know what that was in the background on the other video, and this is the mouse pad that I had in the background. I've had this thing for years and I don't use it anymore. I have it setting up there where he's seen it at, and anybody else that watched the other video, to keep it kind of safe-ish. Well, whatever your definition of safe-ish is. Anyhow, we're wanting to highlight this today. There's not going to be no review. It's just going to be an install. And me rambling on and babbling and whatnot. This is the take number 3. I understand why Matt and Terminal for Life and TRG and Eznix always say making videos is hard. Yeah, well, that's an understatement, because you have to deal with hardware issues, OSB, pulse audio, keyboards, mice, you know, just webcams, microphones. Getting them all to play nice together is a art form of its own. So before anything else screws up, we're going to get started, because I've already got it, as you can see, the USB stick in the drive and booted. We're going to start with the installer. And there is a moth flying around in my office this time of year. Shoo, little moth, shoo. So, here we go. See what happens. Like I said, this is the 3rd time I've tried this. Yeah, well. Oh, and look, the screen resolution is okie dokie. By the way, full disclosure is that big word. I had to change video cards. This FXF AMD card doesn't want to play nice with my capture box, and for some strange reason, when I try to boot EznixOS, and I just had that happen with this other video card, but it only happened to one time, it kept defaulting to 720 at 60 hertz and flickering the screen. Once again, hardware issues, don't know. So I changed video cards. Like I said, I only did it once. Now we're here, so we're going to start the install before, who knows. And I'm going to try to keep a hold of the right mouse, because I got 2 keyboards, 2 mice, you know, this computer, that computer, and my phone going off. Turn the phone over, so No more destructions. Anyway, we're going to select English, and we're in the United States, and we speak hillbilly English, Southern Indiana English. It's a mishmash of several regions. You got Kentucky, Ohio, Illinois. Everybody's slang. Yeah. The wonderful thing about the United States. It may be the English language, but it is so different from one coast to the other. Hell, from one state to the other, for that fact. We speak differently down here in southern Indiana than they do in northern Indiana. There's that. That's why the foreign people say that the English language is the hardest language to learn. Okay, we get to configure the network. It's wanting a host name. We're just going to select mostly the defaults here. I'm just going to hit enter, keep continuing. We're wanting a root password. Tab down, re-enter the password. Tab down, grab a mouse, access your trackball, clicky. Now we need to put in a username. That would be me, Bruce. And a lot of people use test, and well, I just use my name. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to probably keep it anyways. Oh, and now the user needs a password. Tab. Clicky. And I mentioned I was in Indiana a while ago. We use the Eastern Time. Oh, look, Eznix. There you are, buddy, right above me. See, you're always on top of everything. Yeah, not going to go there. Clicky. Detecting disk. Ba-da-da-da-da. We're just going to use the entire disk. And we want to use a PNY SSD. Please and thank you. Also, we get to do a home screen. Yeah, I say also a lot too, along with and. I'll try to keep the ands to a minimum. No guarantees on the awesomes, though. You can thank Jay over at Learn Linux TV. He uses awesome a lot too. So we're getting a 30 gig root partition, a 1 gig swap partition, and a 969.2 gig home partition. I always use a swap file. Everybody has their own opinion. I'm just old school, old man with an old computers, and we're going to click continue because we want to finish partitioning and writing changes to the disk. And it's going to ask me, do you want to do that for sure? Why, absolutely. And no, I did not read the entire screen. I just kind of pretty much guessed that after installing all these years of stuff. We're not big on reading everything. If it screws up, then we read it. It's something to do, when you're 68 and you're retired, that's the way life is. Apparently we're installing the system. Well, ain't that awesome? So we're going to pause right here. We'll be back shortly. Let me find the right mouse. Here we go. Just wanted to interject a little commentary here. Ooh, big words. Terminal for Life left a comment on the last video. He stated that it was a little on the dry side, but kind of humorous too. And the fact that I repeated myself a lot, he thought was quite quaint. So, thank you there, Terminal for Life, Mr. Tyler, for the awesome comment. It's much appreciated. And the fact that you actually watched the video, that's a shocker. I'm pretty sure you might have dozed off a time or two through it. I know I did. Not during the recording. So, but like I said, I'm just, an old 68 guy with computers and a webcam and a new microphone that my kids bought for Christmas also. And so, we're moving right along here. And Eznix made a comment. Also, he said, well, I thought you was going to say, damn it, Jim. Well, here's one for you. Damn it, Jim. I'm not a professional. Or a YouTuber. I just act like one. Kinda. Yeah. Let's move right along. I was going to pause the video, but we're, yeah. Well, it's a Debian install. There's not a whole lot to install other than the base system, because Eznix treats this the same way as he does his Arch respins and installation scripts. He keeps them to a bare minimum. There's hardly any extra software other than what's needed. He keeps to the pure base of the system. So if it's XFCE desktop is what you get. Whatever they provide, that's what you get. Nothing extra added. Well, there's like, 2-3-piece software like the HP printer utilities, and yes, people still use a printer. So it's a very lightweight install. So we're configuring the package manager. Sure, why not? Let's use the network mirror. Well, sure. Why not? How are you going to get your updates if you don't? Yep, that'd be us in the United States. And we're going to use Debian. Like I said, we're just going to, don't need no HTTP. We're just going to click defaults, keep right on moving along. We'll try to keep this video under 30 minutes. Not guaranteed, though. I tend to ramble. If you hear any noise in the background, that'd be my buddy, Mr. Tip. Sure, I want to install Grub Bootloader, and I would prefer to have it right here on this SSD, please. Yeah, I had 2 puppy dogs. December 10th. My buddy Buster, he got ill and passed away. So we're down to just me and Mr. Tip. He was 17. He's a pretty old dog. Yeah, Mr. Tip's 10. He's no spring chicken either. Yeah, we're all old folks in this house. Oh, cool. We're done with the installation, so we're going to continue. I bet it's going to reboot because it did a while ago. Just saying from the practice install. You know, I tell it like it is. So. They are removing the live packages. I wonder where they're going. Come on, any day now. It's getting close to my bedtime. You can hurry any time. Oh, this guy's singing. Yeah. I was watching Switch to Linux a while ago. You see it on the TV behind my head. Well, interesting. Yeah, so I guess I should not have been talking and remove the same. So, with that being said, we're just going to Control-Delete. And then we'll pull it out. Ta-da! There you are. Daddy's making a video of Tippy Poo. Yeah. You want to say hi in the video? You tried going outside a while ago and it was raining and you backed up and you said, no way, dude. I know, Daddy talks to himself a lot. Now, the one thing to realize here, folks, does not put the username in there by default. And this will trip you up every time because it has me, because usually the default username is there and then you just type in your password and hit enter. Not here. Otherwise, you'll show your super secret password to launch the space shuttle. And there we have Debian Desktop XFCE, brought to you by EznixOS. How awesome is that? What, buddy? I know you're sitting there patiently. You're a good dog. Yes, you are. Okay, so we're going to hit Control T, we're going to hit H-top. I know it's installed. And as you can see, we're using lots and lots of memory, 1.13 gigabytes, because of the cache file issue with Debian. I'm thinking that right. So we'll get out of that. I thought it didn't quit. Well, fine. We'll just quit that way. Yeah, sure. Close the window. Who cares? Then we're going to go down here and to applications. And Mr. Eznix has his admin tool right here. Super secret password. And here's the menu. We're going to do A through D. We're not doing use E and F. I don't want to add the backports and get the updated kernel, and I don't want to upgrade to Debian testing. I want stable. Slow and easy and steady wins the race. So the story goes. Usually if you're slow, steady, you're late for breakfast because everybody's done beat you to it. Okay, so we're going to do option A. Type my username. And now we're added to the suitors group. Now we're going to optimize the sources and update repos. That's option B. Hit enter. And it's doing its thing. And that's pretty quick. I think it said it switched us to the United States. That's all right. That's where I'm at. C, this is the important one. This is going to rebuild the cache files that gets our RAM usage down to about 600 megs instead of a gig. Apparently he's happy now. He's laying down on the floor. Well, he's not ever happy, totally. Okay, icon cache files have been fixed. And we'll log out directly. We're going to install the latest Firefox. Because Debian comes with the ESR old version. According to the other videos I've watched. And according to Eznix video and English Bob's video. There's another character you need to watch. English Bob. Yeah, he's a humdinger. So we're going to do option D. Hit the right letter on the keyboard and hit enter. And there's that word. Eznix has it all set up. It just goes out, downloads what we need, it's putting it in the ops directory, it's configuring everything. It will be in your menu, application menu, when it's done. All you gotta do is click on it, and there's that word. Then all you have to do is click the menu, and it's listed as stable, I believe. We'll find out in a minute. Okay, so we're done with the EZ admin menu. So we're going to click X for exit. And we're done. Now, before we do anything else, we're going to log out and come right back in. We're not rebooting, we're logging out. Maybe. There we go. Yeah. A little slow on the uptake here, Mr. Trackball. Logging out. What are you whining about? Quit it. See what I mean? Username. And hit enter. That was a super secret password, by the way. Now we do Control T. H-top. And as you can see, the RAM usage is down to 598 megabytes versus we had 1 gig .13 earlier. And all the other videos I've watched, it's done the same thing. So there you have it. And you can see all 6 cores are pretty much doing nothing. This is a fresh boot. You've seen it. Let's get out of this. Haha, there we go. I'm sure there's updates. We'll worry about that in a second. Go to Internet. As you see, we have, whoa, we have Firefox ESR. You can delete that or keep it, whichever you like. I personally don't use Firefox. And there's Firefox the latest. That's one we just installed with the EZ Maint Script. So let's see if we can find the About page. I wonder where it's at. It's around here someplace. That's the trouble with being half blind. You can't see anything. And you don't use a program, you don't know where stuff's at. I used to use Firefox just to install Brave or Chrome. Of course, nowadays it's in everybody's repos. Settings. Nope. Tell you what, I'm going to pause the video and I'll be right back as soon as I find it. No sense in you sitting there watching me fumble around. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. It's I found it. I didn't need you just sitting there watching me fumbling around. But you in the red hat back there, and that lady was waving her hand over there in that corner. Thank you. I finally found it. I know. But I'm just a silly old idiot. You know, I make mistakes and I have the best time doing it. But thank you very much. I got it. It's right there under the help. 97.0.1, and the little green check mark says we're up to date, so that must be the brand spanking current one anyway. I don't use Firefox. I use Chrome and Brave, because I've already been go-minded to death, and they probably know when I sneeze. Wasn't what I was going to say, but it's kind of a friendly channel. I don't want to say that stuff. Anyway. Okay, I also wanted to showcase... well, go to Eznix webpage, just for giggles. Show you his webpage, or YouTube page, I should say. He has lots and lots of videos. Oh, look. He done another one 3 days ago. Where have I been? Oh, I know. Making videos. Or trying. I guess it's the third or fourth time. Yeah. Here's the LXQT English Bob version. A reaction video, apparently. I watched that. It was a good video. So we'll have to watch the 3-day-old video and see what's changed. Yeah, when he puts one up, it means something's changed. Especially when it says updates on the end of it. Oh, good Lord. But anyway, as you can see, he does lots of videos. Very informative, very knowledgeable person. I couldn't find any better person to call friend like I do Eznix. Along with TRG and Terminal for Life and Matt over at Linux Cast. I consider those YouTube friends. Why not? With the malware running around, you can't shake hands, you can't go outside, You gotta wear a kufi catcher. Well, that's not so much anymore, but still, great folks. So, there you have it. Eznix OS Debian XFCE install. This video is getting a little long according to OBS. About 30 minutes almost. I just want to say thank you to Eznix for all the hard work, the great job he's done throughout the years. I don't use Eznix OS, I use Ezarcher because I'm kind of like an Arch guy. Didn't used to be, but that's what happens. You fall into the Arch thing, then you migrate back to Linux Mint, and then you go over here to this, and eventually you migrate back to Debian, and then you're back to Arch again. It's evolution. Linux is a learning experience. You go from, excuse me, my nose is itching. You go from one thing to another. Matt said, over to Linkscast, said on one of his videos the other day that Linux is a learning experience. You kind of have to have the mindset when you go into Linux that you're going to learn things. Some by necessity, others just by happenstance. Ooh, big word. Somebody write that one down. But it is true. I've been using Linux for 4 years, and I still call myself a new user. I learn something every day. Grandpa always told me, don't get out of bed unless you plan on learning something every day. And it's always a good day when your feet hit the floor, so you might as well learn something. He didn't say that part, but he said the two other pieces. Anyway, Eznix done a lot of great work. I've helped beta test, made suggestions, and just all around been a whatever guy. Anytime he needed help, all he had to do is raise his hand, and I'm there to help. So he's put out a lot of good work, and it's very much appreciated. And there I am repeating myself, but it needs repeated. Thank you, and thank you. You are the man, and that's the man part of this video, talking about Eznix, because this is part 2 of a 2-part series. The build, the respin, and the man. You see the respin sitting here on the screen. We're talking about Eznix, the man. You've seen the build, the computer we put it on. And by the way, that is the most awesomest paint job I've ever seen. I got several comments on that video yesterday, along with the ones that Eznix made, and Terminal for Life, and a couple other people. Thank you very much for watching and commenting. It helps the channel. That being said, I've rambled long enough. Am I going to keep this on this machine? For a little while I may play with it. There might be another video. Thinking about it, this might be a reaction video. Yeah, I react on all of them. So, God bless. Take care, my friends. Lord knows we need, especially with current events going on right now, along with the human malware and other issues. We need all the help we can get as a human race. So, once again, God bless everybody. Thank you for watching, clicking on the video. You did all the hard work. You sat here to this and watched this boring video. I know it's not the best thing to watch. I'm not a professional. And damn it, Jim, one of these days I'll quit saying and. Probably not. But it is awesome to think about it, right? So, Take care, my friends. Talk to you later. Bye.